The declaration of District 6 as a whites-only area under the Group Areas Act. To commemorate this date, the Department of Rural Development and Land Reform, as well as the District 6 Museum, are hosting a cultural event at the District 6 Homecoming Centre. The event will also remember the 60,000 people who were forcibly removed from the once vibrant inner-city residential area to the Cape Flats. Our reporter Vanessa Poonah is at the District 6 Homecoming Centre in Cape Town. She joins us now live. Vanessa, very good afternoon to you. There are quite a few activities I see planned for the remembrance of this day. Tell us a bit about it.
Natasha, good afternoon to you. Indeed, quite a number of events earmarked to take place today to commemorate the 50th anniversary or commemoration of the day that thousands of families started losing their lives, really, from District 6 after the forced removals from the area under the apartheid system. Today, what we've seen is a number of beneficiaries, claimants, but also people that lived in District 6, their families coming together here at the District 6 Museum Homecoming Centre, where an exhibition, a photographic exhibition, was launched just now by the director of the District 6 Museum, Vanessa Bennett. Just one of the many activities planned, Natasha, and I'm going to speak to the director, Vanessa Bennett, now, just to take us through exactly what else is planned for the day and the historical significance of doing just this. Vanessa, so we're now in the middle of a storytelling. Can you just tell us exactly what's happening in terms of the storytelling of the forced removals?
Yes, we've invited people from other sites of forced removal. So the story at the moment is someone from Harfield village, and she's talking about what the removal meant to her. So we're in a very interesting position in that we have so many different stories that sometimes it's very difficult to even stop it. So that's what's happening at the moment. It will be followed by a performance of poetry, and from there people will be asked to write their messages on a little tag, which we will take with us on the Walk of Remembrance, and we'll tie the tag onto a fence which is really on the old site of Hanover Street.
Now, Benita, we've spoken to various people, former residents of District 6, and just the way they describe the area back then in the 50s, in the 60s, people have emotional ties to this place, and a half a century later, not much has changed in terms of how people feel about this area.
Yeah, that's amazing. The spirit of District 6 is so strong, and I think it feels like it's even stronger in the imagination of people than it really was in reality. But the things that people remember are amazing, and I think a lot of it is also stimulated by coming together. So in one sense, this is like a reunion. So they're seeing old school friends, they're seeing street signs, they're seeing people, they're seeing photographs that remind them of that past, and that provokes the memory. Because it's not, memory is very interesting. People are not walking around with these stories all the time, but it's the coming together that provokes the storytelling.
And we've spoken to the Minister of Rural Development and Land Reform and other claimants, etc. People are still eager, especially the older people, are wanting to come back, but this process has been slow to get people back to District 6.
It's been extremely slow and extremely frustrating for people as well. The families that have come back are really happy for the most part. I mean, when people get to a certain age, they start thinking about, where do I want to have my last days? And people, the elderly folk, are saying, at the foot of Table Mountain, that's where I want to spend my last days. And those who have come back, they're really, really happy. But those in the queue, those who claim that they have submitted forms have gotten lost, people who've battled with the bureaucracy, they are extremely frustrated by that.
Just in closing, Benita, it's important never ever to forget what had taken place in District 6, and not just District 6, but also what had happened in various other areas. People displaced, their homes bulldozed, so this commemoration will continue into the future.
Yes, we're taking this commemoration marks this year, and we're also using the year very symbolically to also think about other areas. We've got a lovely message of support from Sophia Town, for example, that we'll read out later, and from other areas of forced removals. And we also want to invite people to our programs. And so the one project that we launched today the exhibition was on the Hayscombe-based project, but we will also be doing a very interesting oral history program throughout the year called Tell Your Story to a Born Free. So it's to promote the intergenerational exchange of stories.
Thank you very much, Vanessa Bennett, the director of the District 6 Museum, talking to us on this 50th commemoration of the day that District 6 was declared a whites-only area, and the start of the removal, forcibly so, of more than 60,000 people from the area adjacent to the City Bowl in Cape Town.
Vanessa, thank you very much for that update. Our reporter Vanessa Poonah live from the District 6 Homecoming Centre in Cape Town.